Why, hello there, guys. How are we? It's Gareth here again. How are you doing? Today, I thought we were going to have a little look at the guitar solo for Always by Bon Jovi. I've always been a huge admirer of richiesambora. Just one of those guitar players who knows the art, I think, of serving the song with his guitar playing, and his songwriting is absolutely second to none. But I think this solo is just one of those examples of there's not a huge amount of flash in it, but the feel is there, the vibe is there, and it just works so well with that song. It's memorable. I think, those are the type of guitar players that I've always gravitated to is song, solos that you can either hum or you can sing, and you remember. And I think with Richie, I think pretty much all the Bon Jovi songs, you know what I mean? You know the solo. Even if you're not a guitar player, you can identify that is Bon Jovi, which, that's a hard thing to do, to have your own voice on the guitar. And I think Richie is definitely up there with some of the greats, obviously like guys like Brian May, Jeff Beck. Oh God, the list, Eddie Van Halen, the list that goes on and on and on. But, there's that list when you compare it to, the whole thing of music, then, there's very few guitar players who have their own voice, and definitely Richie's one of them. Anyway, I'll stop rambling on because I always talk too much in these videos. So let's get on with the solo. Boom. We start off, we're on the D string, and we're going to slide down to the 6th fret. So it goes. And then over to the G string. And that's on the 4th fret, and then to the 6th fret, same on the G string, and then like a hammer on back to the D string on the 6th fret. So we got, and then repeat, and then we're going to come then to the 4th fret on the D string, and then we're going to bend to the 2nd fret. So that's from the 4th fret, 2nd fret on the G, and then back to the, and then end on the A string of the 2nd fret, so that's a B. Now, sometimes with this solo, you can add some nice phrasing bits in there. So if I was to go, and then if you went from the 2nd fret on the A string, just like a tiny little ghost note. See? I always find that's nice, so that'll then sync up with the drums, so. And then we have then from the 6th fret on the E string to the 2nd fret on the A to the 6th, sorry, the 4th, the 2nd on the D string. So we got, so that's, And then we go then down to this nice little slide. I think this is the way he plays it. It sounds right to me, but you know, I'm sure he might play it a different finger in, but I go so. So that's going from the God, me and fret names. The 9th fret on the B and E string, and then you're sliding up to the 12th, back down then to the 9th, to the 7th, and then what I'm doing then is barring the G string and the B string. So. So we would have a. And then we're going into a bend then from the 12th fret. So this is all on over the C sharp. So where are we? Do you know, it's so hard doing it slow. So we got the. So we got them. So that's from the 11th fret on the G string. Bend up a whole tone. And then we're going from the 12th fret on the B. And then we're then going to slide down to the 13th on the G string. So that was then. So you're barring then on the 12th fret, the B and the E. And then you're hammering on the B string, then down on the 14th. And then on the 13th of the G. And then for the next bend then, so you're holding then on the B string, the 12th fret, and then you're bending from the 15th of the E string. And then as you're coming down, bend up then from the 14th on the E. So the solo, I'll play it slowly from the start. With some of the fingerings I'm using, I'm just one of those guys. I change the way I finger stuff, you know, just randomly without thinking. So sometimes in the video you're like, well, hang on, he used that finger instead of that finger. The only thing I'd say with that is basically, I mean, really, what's comfiest for you to play it? I mean, that's the end goal here, really, is it? You know, so I do apologise sometimes if I do finger things the different way. It's I can't help it. It's just my brain. It's just the way my brain is. So anyway, we got. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully, you know, if you've been trying to learn this song and it's helped you, that's awesome. So yeah, I'll be doing a couple more of these over the next coming weeks. So hope you guys are enjoying. Anyway, big man out. Boom.